Meeting is being recorded.
Good day, it's Barbara Marshall and Scott Moser of OGS Food Distribution, and today we are going to conduct a webinar for navigating the OGS processing worksheet and placing orders in WBSCM, the web-based supply chain management. On February 5th, we sent schools an informational email regarding the whole process, and I'll just hope that schools will read the email in its entirety. There is a few links here that schools should know about. We have our OGS Food Distribution website, which we will click on now. This will bring us to the OGS Food Distribution website, where I would like to point out we have our WBSCM login, where you will be placing your pounds in to place your order. We have our National School Lunch Program. So for the more information that you will need, you should access this link. And it's going to take you to the overview and a current highlights of what's going on for the 2021 school year. So in here, we have our food preference survey results. We have our direct delivery ordering sheet for your regular USDA commodities. We have the USDA Foods School Year 2020 Diversion Ordering Worksheet, which we will be going over shortly. We also just added a direct delivery training video. We recorded that in our office to help you along with the USDA foods process. So we'll go back. Let me close this. No, we'll minimize it. Let me go back. And the first thing we're going to bring up is our worksheet. So here is our food processing worksheet. I'm going to turn this over to Scott Moser at this time so we can go into the depths of this beautiful masterpiece. Scott?
Thank you, Barb. All right, so first and foremost, there's a couple of things that you need to know about this worksheet. So the first thing that I want to point out is down at the bottom of the worksheet, there are 4 tabs. There's the Diversion Worksheet tab. There's the Totals tab. So once you do the first tab, the Diversion Worksheet, and you put your number of cases in for the end product that you would like from the processor, then you're going to click into the Totals tab. Now the Totals tab, this is the most important tab on this whole spreadsheet, because this is going to tell you what you need to order in web supply. So you need to know the raw commodity, which is your USDA code in column C. You need to know the material description, which is in column D. You also need to know your processor. And most importantly, you need to know your WBSCM business partner ID number. So for a lot of these manufacturers, there are multiple ship-to locations based on the based on the raw product. So then you're going to enter in either pounds or cases, depending on what commodity you're ordering. Okay, another thing to keep in mind is this spreadsheet was all the pricing on the spreadsheet is called November 15th pricing. That is the prices that USDA determines for the entire school year. One difference with this is one set price, and then the prices that are in web supply, those are real-time pricing. So just be mindful of that. But the pricing on here, this is going to be what you're going to get a credit from the manufacturer throughout the year. That's one set pricing. When you go into web supply is real-time pricing. Just keep that in your mind. So then the other thing the other tab I wanted to point out is the contact information tab. So if you have any questions for any of these end products, you want to know, what's in this what's in the end product. If you need more information on that, you can contact the contact person on this worksheet. They can help you with that if you need that. So you've got the company name, you've got the contact name, the contact phone number, the contact email. For most of these, they have a website address, and then there's additional comments under the shipment requirement. And then another important tab is the reminders tab. This is a tab just to point out a couple of different things when you go into web supply and you're ordering. One thing that I do want to point out is if you see anything highlighted in blue, those are brown box items, USDA foods, that are being used for diversion purposes only. You do have to order those under direct delivery in web supply. We will go over on how you should do that. So if you have any questions after this webinar is over, you can email OGS donated foods at ogs.ny.gov, or you can give our office a phone call at 518-474-512-5122. Email is preferred though. Okay, so going back to the worksheet. So we have kind of pre-filled this out a little bit. One thing I do want to mention, first and foremost, this worksheet is in alphabetical order by processor and then by raw products, which raw products is your USDA foods being used for diversion. Now, some of these processors have more than one raw product. For instance, Tyson has four raw products. Schwann's has 4 raw products that they produce into. There's about 1,300 end products. Okay, so the first thing that I want to look at is I want to order some Del Monte mixed fruit using the raw commodity of 100-220, which is the Peaches Clean Diced Extra Light. So I want to get 50 cases of those. So we type in 50 under column N, which is that's the total cases for the year. So in column N, you're going to put the total number of cases that you need for your finished product for the entire year. So if we put 50 cases in there, it comes up to 450 pounds of peaches at a dollar value of $343.
$63.65.
$363.65. Okay. So now we're going to go down to the Del Monte pears. So we want to order Del Monte diced peaches and diced pears and 100% juice. So we want 50 cases of those. So we're going to type in 50, which comes out to 450 pounds at a dollar value of
$38.81.
Yep. Okay, so then we're just going to scroll down. Now we do have this kind of pre-filled out. So the highlighted ones are the ones that we were going to choose. So Barb, if you want to go down to Schwann's.
Sure.
And again, this is in alphabetical order and then in order by processor. So one thing that I do want to point out too, so we're going to be ordering some pizzas from Schwann's. So Schwann's has 4 raw products. So they've got chicken legs, they've got tomato paste, flour, and cheese. Okay. With pizzas, a lot of the pizzas take all 3 commodities. They can take flour, tomato paste, and cheese. So what we want to do is if we want all 3 of those components so we can maximize our value pass-through, then we just need to order the same number of cases for each end product. So for instance, this one that we have highlighted up here, right now we're under Schwann's and we're under tomato paste. So we want to look for the Big Daddy's Primo 16-inch par-baked cheese pizza, which is item code 68591. So we have it pre-filled in of 100 cases, which equals out to 113 pounds of tomato paste. Okay, and then it gives you your dollar value.
$52.95.
Okay. So then we're going to go down to, now we're going to look at the flour, the 10418. We have the same product, the Big Daddy's Pizza, item code 68591. And then there's an A after this one. Again, we want 100 cases, which will equal 631 pounds of flour at a cost of
$120.77.
Okay, so now we want to go back down to the cheese, because the cheese is the most important piece of this, and it's the most expensive too. So again, we're looking for the same commodity code and the same end product code, which is the 68591AB. And then we want to order 100 cases of those, which comes out to 900 pounds at a dollar value of
$1,496.61.
Okay, so I think you kind of get the gist on where we're going with this. So you're just going to choose what end products you want, and then you're going to put the number of cases that you want, and it'll tell you the dollar value. So once you've done that first tab, now you're going to go to your totals tab. Okay, so remember, we talked about ordering Del Monte peaches and pears, and we've got end product set aside for that. So I just want to point out, so remember that those peaches and pears, they were highlighted in blue. Okay, that means that it's a brown box item / USDA foods being used for processing. Now, this may or may not be open for regular brown box ordering. So we need to order 11 cases of this. Remember, it was 450 pounds that we were ordering for the number of end products. And I'll just go back and just show you this. So if we go back up to Del Monte.
Okay.
Okay, you can see right there, we put 50 cases in for a total of 450 pounds. Now, when we go back to our totals tab, now we just need to enter in the number of cases because it's a brown box item being used for processing. So Barb, if you just click on in that one cell. Okay, now if you look up above, you'll see the formula that's in there. So it's got a division by 40. So it knows when you order that 11 cases, so you take 11 cases times 40 pounds, and there's your total pounds. So we just want to make sure that we send them the correct amount. Okay, so then we're going to scroll down below, and it's going to give us, here's the tomato paste, flour, and cheese that we want to send to Schwann's. So we're going to send 113 pounds of tomato paste to Schwann's using the BP number 55160. And then we're going to send the flour and cheese to 51722. So we'll show you that piece in just a minute. Okay, so once you've entered everything in and you've gone to this totals tab, now you want to print this out. Now we are ready to go to Web Supply. And we're going to go to Web Supply and we're going to place our orders. We are currently logged in. So to do the ordering in Web Supply, you want to go to Operations. You want to go to Order Management, Domestic Order Entry. Then you're going to click on your program. So for everyone for diversion processing, it's going to be under NSLP. And then we're going to start off right at the top. So we need to order some stuff to Del Monte. So we're going to click on direct delivery because again, most of your processing will be under processing, but if it's anything highlighted in blue, it needs to be ordered under direct delivery. And then when we send it, then we're going to send it to the correct location. Okay, so we want the fruits, and we want the 100.
You have to click on entitlement.
Click on fruits, then click on entitlement, and then we want to look for 100-220, which is our peaches cleaned.
Here it is.
Okay, so you're going to click on the shopping cart. Okay, so here's the dates available. For anything processing, for most of these items, there's 1 or 2 dates. The general guideline for this, and this is just a general guideline, if you're ordering more than 5,000 pounds, please split your order between 2 dates. If it's less than 5,000 pounds, just put it under the first available date. Yep. Okay, so we want to order 11 cases, and we're going to put it under the first date for the peaches. Okay, you're going to move the cart. Then we are going to look for, and that has a dollar value of $351.90. And then we're going to go to our next product. So we're going to go to 100-225, which is the pears, and that's under our fruit as well. So we can stay right at the same screen. And we need to order 11 cases of those. We're going to move the cart. And as you can see, our entitlement dollar is continuing to go up. Okay. So now we're going to order our flour, tomato paste, and cheese. So to do that, now we're going to click on the processing diversion, and then we're going to look for our tomato paste first, which is under vegetable. So we're going to click vegetable, then we're going to click entitlement, and then we're going to look for our item. So we want 100-332, which is our tomato paste. For bulk processing. We're going to click on the shopping cart, and then we're going to enter in our number of pounds. So we want 113 pounds of tomato paste. And then
there's also the 2 dates.
The 2 dates. So most of our processing will either be 1 or 2 dates. So then we're going to move the cart. Okay, so our next item that we need to order is our flour. So the flour is going to be under flour grain, and then we're going to click on entitlement.
Ooh.
Okay, so this does happen every once in a while. So what happened here is we were in web supply too long. So this is a great example. So when you're in web supply, you basically need to log in, do your order, and then log out. It's the general rule of thumb is you don't want to be in web supply more than like 15 minutes.
So I clicked on view cart and my order came up.
Okay.
But we want to add more to our order. So we're going to try and go ahead and add more to our order by clicking on the add more to order. Let's go back because we are currently active. Let's try this again. So we're going to go to our flour, correct, Scott?
Correct.
And what was the commodity code that we needed?
100-418.
So we'll click on the shopping cart.
And then there's 2 dates here, but because we have less than 5,000 pounds, let's just put it all to 1 date. So I want 631 pounds of flour. Move the cart. Okay, also now you can see that we have 4 items in our cart for a dollar value of $896.94. All right, now we're going to order our last item, which is the 110-240, the cheese, mozzarella. So we're going to go under dairy, then entitlement, and we're going to look for 110-244, which is our cheese mozzarella light part skimmed processor pack. So again, 2 dates, and because it's below 5,000 pounds, we just need to order 900 pounds. So we're going to order 900. And then we're going to move the cart. Okay, so there's all of our items that we need for processing. Okay, so if you remember when we were placing our orders, our worksheet said that we needed $2,372.79. Well, if you look up above, now that dollar value is $2,699.46. That's because web supply is real-time pricing. That's what you need to keep an eye on when you're ordering stuff in web supply. Okay, so now that we have everything that we need to order in the cart, now we're going to actually work on placing the order. So unlike Brown Box here, we do not want to choose anything in the default delivery period. We want to open up each line and choose each individual location separately. So you can expand all lines at once, or you can open up one at a time, whatever your preference is. Just need to make sure that you're sending it to the correct location. So the first thing that we are going to start with is we have our Del Monte peaches. So we are going to open up the drop-down box, which Barb has open right here, and we're going to look for Del Monte. Okay, for the most part, this is in alphabetical order. So Del Monte, as you can see right here, they only have one ship to location, which is the business with a business partner assigned of 5005443, and that's the location that we're going to send our product to. So once you choose that location, hit your update button. Okay, now sometimes those lines will collapse. Okay, so now that's in there. So now we're going to go to our second line. Okay, we want to do the same thing. So here's our pairs, 11 cases, want to send to Del Monte. And then we're going to hit our update button. Okay, now we're going to go down to our tomato paste, open that up. And we want to send that to Schwann's. Now, with some of these manufacturers, as I stated below, there are multiple ship-to locations, and we need to make sure that we're sending it to the correct location. So all tomato paste for Schwann's should be getting sent to 5005160.
Say that again.
5005160.
Oh, okay, right here.
5160. Yep.
It is, right here.
So you're going to choose that location.
See how many different locations there are in the system.
Then you're going to hit update. Okay. Now we want to send our flour to Schwann's, and that's going to go to 51722. So again, we're looking for Schwann's, and then we're looking for the business partner number 51722. We're going to hit update. Okay, now we need to send our cheese, and our cheese is going to go to Schwann's, and that's with business partner 51722 as well. You choose that, then you click update. Now, if you will, Barb, can you just collapse all those lines?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you see how now you can't see any of the ship to locations, but if you expand the lines again, now you can see that we have everything sent to Del Monte, Schwann's, and it's all being sent to the correct location. So once you've verified that everything's been sent to the location, then we're ready to place our order. Let's just say that you made an error, okay? So over on the right-hand side where Barb is circling, there is a box and there's a trash can located at the top of those. So if you made a mistake and you want to cancel something, do something over, you would just click that box, then go down and click update, and that'll take it out of your shopping cart, okay? But we're going to uncheck that mark because we do want to order this. So now if we're satisfied with our order, then we can place our order. So let's go ahead and place our order. says, do you really want to send the order? Yep, we think that everything's okay. We're going to click OK. Okay, so here is your order. It's placed. We want to print this out, and then we can close it. So Barb, if you'll print out and then close, and then if you can talk about those transactions.
Absolutely. So in case you think you made an error and you don't know if you placed your order or not, the first thing you would do is come over to My Transactions. Here's your way to see if you placed any orders. So basically, you would click on the criteria. So you're going to search for orders. So we'll leave orders up there. The status of the orders, I would switch it to any orders. And then the creation date, since yesterday, or there's other choices you could do today. We'll leave since yesterday. And then the ID type transaction, I just leave that as is. So because at this point you don't know what's there, or if you don't have a number in front of you. So you would click go. And if there are any orders placed, you would get this little, it would tell you one document found. So if you clicked on the number, and it would, there's your transaction. So then you know for sure your orders have been placed. The other option would be to run the requisition status report.
Yes, and that's one very important piece. So at this point, let's do that. So
we'll go to,
we want to run a rec status report. To do that, you're going to go to reports, and then you're going to go to requisition status report. Now, here's what this is what OGS recommends. You put in the entire school year. So we're going to put 07/01/2020 to 06/30/2021. Okay, so at this point, that's the only information you need to put in there. Web Supply knows what school that you're in. So from that point, we're going to press execute. And then we are going to export to Excel. Always strongly recommend any of these reports. You should put, always export to Excel. If you put it into PDF version, it's hard to work within a PDF version. So here's a copy of everything that we've done. Now we've done webinars already for this school year, all right? So there's a bunch of canceled orders in here. But if we scroll down to the bottom, so we're gonna delete those. So we highlighted the ones that we want to delete. Okay, so there's all of our orders that we just did. So when you're doing this process, you should always verify a few things. You want to verify that you sent it to the correct business partner ID number, the ship to name, the processor. You want to make sure that you did the right raw commodity with the right description. One thing I do want to point out is for diversion and diversion only, dates do not matter. So the processors will automatically load your account in July. They'll front load your pounds, okay? So dates do not matter in web supply, because when you're ordering like poultry products, the only date is for like April. That doesn't mean that you have to wait until April to get your orders. So again, I just want to say dates do not matter as far as diversion. They do matter for brown box ordering now. Okay, so, and the other thing that you want to look at, Barb, just go to the right a little bit, and you want to make sure you got your requested quantity correctly. And also, if you look in column R, is the dollar value. Okay, so with that, we're just going to bring up one additional spreadsheet. So here is the ordering worksheet for the brown box. This is where you put all of your dollar figures in. So what we just ordered in web supply, we have this already pre-filled out with our entitlement, how much money we did on our diversion worksheet. Now we want to tweak that just a little bit though. So Barb, if you would, under B there, yeah. Let's put in $2,699.46. Okay. So right now, if you did your processing first, here is what you have left for your brown box ordering. So we currently have 7,379.30 left to order in web supply for brown box.
So I also want to point out that this is also a good indicator. If you've decided to participate in the DoD Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program or the Pilot Fresh Program, this is where you would enter your dollar amount. So say we're going to put in $1,000 for the school year. All right, and then that's going to automatically calculate after I hit the tab button. And for the rest of your USDA foods, with the extra 5% that all schools are entitled to order, the total amount that is available would be $9,532.70.
Okay, I do want to touch, I'm going to touch base really quick on this, is your due date. So for the brown box, a very important date is coming up, February 28th. All of the fruits and vegetables are due. Also, your diversion is due February 28th. So that's a very important date. And then down below, your juice is due on 2/28 as well. Yeah. Your dairy products are due on March 6th, 2020. Peanut is due on, so the peanut butter is due on March 6th, 2020. And your poultry is due on March 13th, 2020.
Okay, I think this is just about going to wrap it up. Is there anything else that we need to add to that?
Nope. Again, if you need to contact us, send us an email, ogsdonatedfoods@ogs.ny.gov, or you can contact our mainline phone number, 518-474-5122. Thank you.
Thank you.